brutal, wicked important, change your dating life. And I really want you to stay to the end because I'm going to explain exactly why you feel this way, believe the things you do, and are doing all these things that are completely screwing you up when you're dating. This is all going to make sense to you by the end of the video. So let's talk about the 3 top ways women see you as weak when you're dating. This is why you're not getting a second date. This is why you're getting ghosted. This is why you are powerless in your relationships that you've had in the past. It really is. This is really the truth of it. And it's such a common mistake. So let's get right into it. Number 1, you're Mr. Clingy. You're Mr. Available. You're needy, you're overinvested, and you have no backbone. Oh, no, John, that can't be me. Well, are you doing these things? Because if you are, this is you. Women are smart. They're intuitive, ability to read emotions and your state of mind that is unique and advantageous for them. And you need to be aware that she has this ability and she can see through your insecurities. Are you texting nonstop? Are you rearranging your life for her? Oh, you can't do 7 o'clock? Okay, how about 8 o'clock? Oh, you can't do Tuesday? How about Wednesday? Oh, yeah, I got a thing, but I could move it. I could switch it. Yeah. Do. Your status is completely declining with each and every word and every sentence. You're giving into what you think is what she's going to like. You're giving into this agreeable nature and giving her lots of choices. These are all sealing your fate and guaranteeing you're not going to have a next date, or if you do, you're not going to have a very good relationship. Doing all this stuff, you think, oh, this is good. She's going to know I'm interested. She's going to feel, I'm going to give her choices because I like choices. No, this is all killing attraction for her. The second she senses you're more into her than she is to you, things plummet. So you're not doing yourself any favor by behaving in this way. You've been trained to be weak and needy. Yeah. You've been trained to be this way and to respond this way. And in the end of the video, I'm going to let you know where this comes from. This is important stuff. This isn't your natural state. You're not weak and needy. You're not like, oh, let me give you a lot of choices. Oh, let me find a good time. That time doesn't work for you. Oh, how about this time? Oh, yeah, let me text her again. She probably didn't understand that last text. Let me double text her. This weak state doesn't feel good to you because it's not your natural state. You've been trained to be like this and you've been trained to fail. So stay tuned in the video. This is all going to make sense when we get to the end. To fix this, number 1, you need to stop giving so many choices. You need to be decisive. You need to avoid being so available and willing to change what's going on in your life to suit what's going on in her life and fitting into her schedule and fitting into what she has going on and fitting into her choices. You can be kind and generous without being a doormat to someone you don't even really know. Ask her, hey, when are you free? And then take it from there. Not, do you want to go here, here, here? What kind of place do you like? Do you like this kind of like, or that kind of like? Is Wednesday a good night or is Tuesday a good night? Is ever, she sees you care too much and are willing to make concessions too often. It signals weakness. Number 2, you're Mr. Apology. How often are you saying, I'm sorry? Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, I'm sorry about that. Oh, that doesn't work for me. I'm sorry. How many times do you use sorry? You're a man. Stop being so sorry. And all those sorries you're spitting out, did they even make any sense? You're apologizing for stuff that's not even in your control. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Saying I'm sorry like this for all these things is saying, I'm weak. Oh, hi, Cheryl, I'm weak. Jenny, I'm weak. Stacy, I'm weak. I'm weak. I'm weak. Just replace sorry with weak, and that's what you're saying. Are you really that wrong all the time? Are you? Women test men all the time to see if they can hold their ground, to see if they're strong, to see if they're masculine. This is normal. Don't be upset by this, but understand you're going to be tested. She's going to say stuff that's disagreeable. She's going to see if you're reactionary and over emotional and if you're going to apologize every 2 seconds and put yourself beneath her. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, you didn't like that? Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, yeah, I sat here. Maybe I should have let her sit here. Oh, I'm sorry. Weak, 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 weak. Unattractive, unattractive, unattractive. Oh, yeah, I want to be myself. I want to. This is not really yourself. I know this sounds crazy, but this person you think you are, who's sorry all the time, you were trained to be sorry and be weak like this. It's not your true nature. That's why it doesn't feel good to be apologizing all the time. It feels weak because you're in this weak state and it's not a natural state for you as a man. If she could push you around, change your opinions, make you apologize for everything, she has control and she sees you're weak. You have failed her tests. In her eyes, she's lost all respect for you. Is that what you want? You have to wake up to what's going on here. You're behaving in a way that doesn't feel right to you, that makes you feel insecure because it isn't right for you. It's not your natural state as a man. It's just what you've been trained to behave like. If she doesn't like something you say or something you do, you're a good guy. It's okay. Don't care. Why would you care? You barely know this person. You're projecting that she's super wonderful. She's your super beautiful princess. She's kind to other humans and animals, and she's generous. And you're making up all this stuff in your brain. You don't know that yet. Hopefully, she's like all those things, but she should have to earn your respect. You shouldn't just give it freely because she decided to go on a date with you. Right? It rings desperation. It rings neediness. It means I care too much. And she's smart, man. She's sensing this from you. You're apologizing. You're giving her all kinds of choices. You're changing your plans. And she's just pulling back, pulling back, pulling back. That's what these things do. Number 3, you're an overgiver, overthinker. Here's the classic mistake. You get a date. Oh, yeah. She's so cute. Ah. And what do? You create this elaborate, fantastic, you're taking her out to dinner. It's expensive. You're getting dressed up. You got all these plans. You're going to send a car for her. You're going to do all this over the top stuff. You're showing her you care too much and you don't even know her. She is going to pull back from all that. She doesn't respect all that. You've seen that in the movies and TV. That's the movies and TV. In real life, she's wondering, why is this guy so into me? He doesn't even know me. And you're thinking, I'm going to impress her. She's going to be really impressed, and I'm going to do this and I'm going to do that and I'm going to get her a rose. You have to wake up. If you do this stuff, you are going to get crushed. You have to listen to what I'm saying in this video. Young tribesmen, don't make this mistake. Tribesmen in 30s and 40s and over, you've made this mistake, no doubt. We've all done this once, at least. Allow everything to progress. Don't put so much effort into it. You put that kind of effort, she smells weakness. She's going to test and test you, and you're going to fail. This pleasy thing that you have going on, again, like 1 and 2, you are trained to be pleasy like this, and I'm about to reveal why. You've been trained to do this, to feel this way, to think this is a good idea. You've been trained to fail and have the woman disqualify you. Is that what you want? No, that's not what you want. Do not make these over-the-top dates. You're showing you care too much, and you don't even know her yet. Women actually like when you don't care so much. You asked her out. That's enough for now. That's enough showing you care. You cared enough, you were interested enough to ask her out, period. Now you want to have fun and you want to get to know her, period. She doesn't really value what you give freely. She really values what she earns. She wants challenge. She wants a mystery. She wants, if you're creating these fantastic dates, she knows your interest level. There's no mystery anymore. Are you a challenge if you're trying to please her so much? Oh, good, but John, she's beautiful. Yes, so what? You're going to find out that sometimes the package doesn't really reveal how great or how terrible things are inside. So spending this time projecting and thinking, and she's wonderful, I'm going to go out of my way. No, let her prove she's wonderful to you. Stop thinking she's the prize. Are you a good dude? Maybe you're the prize. Are you in shape? Are you an interesting guy? Have you had accomplishments through your life? Yeah, you most likely have. You are the prize. Stop acting like someone you just met and don't know is the prize. You have to please her. You have to give her choices. You have to do all these things. You don't, because it is destroying potential relationships for you and potential second dates. The more you put her up on this pedestal, the more she is going to disrespect you, the more she is going to lose attraction. This never works. You're putting her up here because you've been trained to put her up there. And it's not true, and it's not what you should be doing. The more you elevate her, the more respect she's going to lose for you. Hey, I got a great place for us to go. Yeah, you're taking the lead. You're making it easy for her. She doesn't have to make a bunch of decisions. She's nervous too. You're on a date. She doesn't really know you. So you're making things easy for you. Here, let's have a seat here. Hey, I got us a booth. Are you getting what I'm saying? Stop with all the choices. Stop with the over-the-top dates. Stop with all tons of text messages. They scream weakness to the woman. They scream weakness. Neediness, lack of self-respect, over-the-top investment, these things kill attraction. They just do. So why are you like this? Well, I made a whole video on this, and I suggest you watch this after we're done with this video. But gentlemen, I promised this in the beginning of the video, and here we are at the end. Why are you like this? Why are you so needy? Why are you so pleasy? Why are you doing these things? Why are you going out of your way for someone you don't even know? Why are you pedestalizing her? Why are you doing all this stuff? Most likely you've been trained to do that and trained to treat women that way. That's right. You've been trained to do this. A lot of us were raised in a single parent home. Maybe the father wasn't around a lot. The woman, your mom, had primary custody. You reported into her. She was the primary caregiver. You learned to please her, to answer to her, to be subject to her rule, to report into her, to give her your reasons behind doing things, right? These formative years. Then what happened? You went to school, grades 1 to 8 if you're in the US. Who were your teachers? For most, it's all female teachers, 1 through 8. Through those formative years, we have women as the authority figures. Okay, it's fine. That's how it happened. It's not women's fault. But you had this authority figure who was a woman in grade 1. Okay, you reported into her, tried to please her, tried to stay out of trouble with her, tried to get on her good side. Right. And then you went to grade 2, and then it was reinforced. She's giving you orders and making you line up in rows, and she's telling you where to sit, and you're asking her permission. Can I go to the bathroom? Is it okay if I do this? I would like to do, can I read my book report? You're trying to do stuff to please her and get on her good side. And then it's grade 3. And then these values and this behavior is really getting settled in there. It's becoming well-worn paths in your brain. And you keep going, 1 through 8. Year after year, you're reporting into a woman. I see men, they go, I want to be myself on a date. I don't want to have to do all this stuff and hold back. And I want a woman who loves me for who I am. Well, guess what, gentlemen? Who you are really isn't who you think you are. That's what's going on here. You are trained to be someone you're not. Men aren't naturally pleasy like this. They're not running around, oh, how can I make her happy? How can I get a good date now? How can I say the right thing? Let me text again. He. Seriously, does that seem masculine to you? Does that seem like a man? Does that seem like your natural state? Does that feel good to be like that? No, it doesn't feel good to be like that. It's not your natural state. And it's not how you should feel or behave. That's why you're failing. Her millions of years of evolution is trying to pick a strong male who will protect the offspring and be a good provider. Yeah, no matter how much culture has changed to where it is now, there are still these innate desires within women, and she can sense your weakness. She can sense this programming. You have to evolve out of this programming. You have to wake up. This isn't really who you are. So you think this is who you are, and that's the problem. It's who you were trained to be. Take a step back and look at your life. Were you raised in a single parent home? Was your mom the primary caregiver? Did you go to school every year during those formative years and have a woman in charge? Did you report to a woman? That's going to be a large percentage of us. These 3 signs of weakness that I've laid out in this video, these are things you shouldn't have or shouldn't feel. So when you're saying, I want to be myself on a date, I want her to accept me for who I am. Well, if she accepts you for who you are and you get in a relationship with this person, she's going to be ordering you around. She's going to be disappointed in you. That relationship isn't going to work out well. And maybe you've had several relationships and they didn't work out well. And I tried to do everything right. I tried to please her. I tried to make her happy. I did this, like my teachers in grade school, like my mommy when I was growing up. I tried, that's what I did. Yeah. And she dumped your ass, right? That's what she did. You got dumped. Think about it. I knew this was brutal, but honest things like this are going to help you in your dating life, in your next relationship. Is this a pattern you've been involved in? Be honest with yourself because you'll be able to turn it around. These ways of behaving don't feel right because it's not right. It's all training and you can retrain yourself. First, you need to wake up and realize what's been going on and realize that that's not you. So when you're fighting to be yourself in a relationship, like F what John said, I'm just going to be myself and pleasy and do all this stuff and be super weak in her eyes. I don't want to pretend I'm someone I'm not. Are you really who you are? Or are you what some kind of weird system made you into? Someone who obeys, someone who's trying all the time to please women, someone who's always trying to get on a woman's good side so you don't get punished, so you have an easier life, an easier time. It's going to take a second or two for this to take hold in your mind, and then you need to run with it and realize this is why you've been failing, and this is why you're not getting second dates, and this is why relationships are going. All right, try soon. Like and subscribe, hit that bell, and we'll see you in the next video.